I don't get it.
Podcast. Hi, everyone. It's the podcast. It's the podcast.
The podcast. So,
how's it going out there?
I got some good I don't get it.
Okay.
I'm so excited for this.
I'm going to start with one that Lauren is so passionate about that it's going to kick it off in the right way. Are you ready?
Yay! Oh, wow, that was loud. I'm so sorry, everyone.
It's okay.
So I just blew your ear out.
All right. Lauren, are you ready?
Yeah.
Austin Butler's Elvis voice.
Oh, I know. Okay, this has been a passion of mine for weeks, and I feel like I was on top of this shit when it first came out. This guy is so fucking annoying. And the funny thing is, this is the role of his life. The role of his life to play Elvis. He's finally a distinguished actor. And it's overshadowed by him being a dweeb and pretending like he's still Elvis. You know?
Yeah. Naz, have you seen the movie yet?
Elvis?
No, I haven't. I'm so sad. I really wanted to cover it, but my job covered it in Cannes. Covered the cast. But no, comes out the 24th, and I am so fucking ready and so fucking excited. I heard that he... Go ahead.
Elvis is just not that interesting to me. Wait, he doesn't.
What? Okay.
He doesn't do it for me. Okay.
Wait. Okay. Do you guys remember? Okay. I don't know if this is just my school. Do you remember being in elementary school and having to do a biography for the first time? Yeah. Remember you had to pick someone that was really interesting. Yeah. So in our library we had these books. They were this thin. Oh, I wish I knew what they were called. And they had people's faces on it in black and white. And it was all historical figures and famous people. And I checked out the Elvis one all the time, even before this assignment was and I had a crush on him, but I just loved looking at his face on the cover of it. And I love Elvis.
Cool. Actually, what do you think about Elvis? Do you think Elvis was attractive? Because he's got the cheeks that you do not like.
Me?
No,
well,
actually.
What do you
okay. Me? You think that?
Yeah.
Well, Lauren, that was my question to both of you. When you think of Elvis, do you think of hot 50s Elvis, or do you think of fat 70s Elvis?
Fat 70s Elvis.
Same.
Well, I think of I think of young hot Elvis.
Oh, well, that's great for you.
Yeah,
probably because of that book.
Yeah.
That's the face in my head of him.
Yeah, I don't think of him in a hot light.
No, I think of him dying on the bathroom floor.
Wow, Vegas ruined him.
Yeah.
Vegas ruined him.
And they're going. Do they go into the? I mean, no one's seen it, but he was essentially a pedophile.
What?
He started dating Priscilla when she was 14.
No,
and I'm not kidding. 14.
Wait, how old was he?
24,
no,
maybe.
Hold on. What
Please
year?
find this out.
Now we take to Google. What year did Elvis start dating? Yeah, okay, here we go.
What year or how old was she?
It says Priscilla Presley met Elvis in 1959 when she was 14. He was serving in the U.S. Armed Forces. They began a romance. And she eventually followed him to the United States. 8 years after they met, they got married. So
wait, I have a question though, Lauren, and I'm not defending this in any way. That's gross. But weren't people having full on homes and kids by 21 back in that day? Or
sure,
or no?
Yeah. I mean, for
wrong?
sure, definitely younger. The only reason I say this is of course, things were definitely different back then. But the only reason I say this was he was quoted saying she was perfect to mold just the way I wanted her.
Oh wow!
Oh my God,
that would get so much shit today.
Yeah.
Well, I will say that I spoke to people who saw it who say it's good, but something that most people that know a lot about music and know about Elvis are already aware of this story, but he appropriated a lot of African American music. Little Richard is really considered the king of rock and roll, and I know that once the movie comes out, I feel that conversation is going to be back in the ethers again. Yeah, because there's no way that the movie's not going to be able to talk about that, or you know what I mean.
I'm sure they'll cover some things. It looks like it paints him in a very good light. But we'll see. But either way, Austin Butler needs to quit talking like him. Because he grew up in California.
Lauren, explain the situation a little bit more.
So
is he just method acting and he's just continuing to be Elvis throughout the interview?
He finally released a statement saying...
No, he released a statement on his voice?
he was like, okay, like enough's enough. So he grew up in California. Every other interview, acting gig, whatever, he talked like a normal California boy. And then for the role, he like did it for 2+ years, and then he like really embodied it. And he, started talking like he's from Memphis and a little bit lower and a little bit more drawn out. And now in all of his interviews, he, well, it was a really good pleasure, coming out here with you guys. And
I love Lauren impersonation.
And so he said that he just got so used to acting like that it's kind of just stuck.
Well, let me just say, I don't, who can even argue that? Imagine having to do that for 2 years. Did you see the Lily James interview? She's done a couple interviews where she's British and she talks in an American accent because she was Pamela Anderson for so long. It's
I definitely get it.
It's a muscle, I feel like.
Like when you're hanging out with a certain friend and they talk in a certain way, you kind of adapt those things.
Exactly.
But it's so low and so drawn out.
But it's so sexy. What's wrong with it?
So Ashley, that was a good one. That really did fire me up. Austin Butler.
I'm into that one. I feel like I wrote some stuff down.
So one that I have, actually, speaking of impersonations, I was listening to Britney yesterday. And
oh my God, we have to talk about Britney's wedding.
Okay. Well, I thought
I don't know anything about Britney's wedding aside from the iconic people that attended.
Okay, that's all I know too.
Is there any other information out there about it?
How did Selena get there? I want to know the relationship.
Yeah.
First of all, Madonna is everywhere because I just caught up on the Kardashians, and you know that episode where it's Kim's birthday, and she's like, you made it when Madonna texts you happy birthday. And I'm like, Madonna's at everyone's birthday and wedding.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know that like the Britney obsessors will come after me, but it's like in the first release picture of their wedding, it's just the two of them, and it looks like it's a photo that Britney was like, here, take a picture of us, like threw her assistant a phone. There's a broom in the background. A broom.
Okay, let me look.
I immediately sent it to my wedding planner, Troy, who he would have an absolute conniption if that happened at any of his weddings, let alone Britney Spears' first pictures to People magazine.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a broom in like a People magazine.
Yes,
photo.
like the People magazine like exclusive photo has like a random ass broom in the background.
Wait, first of all, we're so fucking
shit.
annoying.
That's the thing.
Ashley, listen to the sentence you just said out of your mouth though.
No,
it's so fucking funny.
No, I know
Does
that like
Britney
it's
spell her name weird?
but like even
How
like
do you
any
spell Britney?
bride, like I don't even care like if you have like a very low budget, you're not gonna have, and you wouldn't even have a broom in the background of your photo that you like blast out to all your friends.
That's true. Or on Instagram, you don't even want a fucking broom,
Right? And it's just
I know
like,
it's just funny to be like, did you see
fucks.
Britney's wedding photo? There was a broom there.
And then like, what is she? I'm sorry, but like, what is she wearing at her reception? She's wearing like a blazer that like doesn't even cover her ass.
Did you see?
It's red too, which is fine.
I
if you wanted to
can't
play with
fucking
colors.
find her Instagram.
I didn't see that pic. I just saw the white. Didn't Versace gown?
That Versace gown is not. I mean, I'm sorry. Again, don't hate me. You can't hate me for having an opinion. That Versace gown is so blah. That is
the red one.
But Donatella was there, so you know that's probably what Britney wanted.
Oh, I know it's what Britney wanted,
sure.
but like, blah.
It was.
Well,
it
we
was
can't
pretty
judge
simple.
Britney's fashion really because we know, her hair was not done for her wedding at all.
Her makeup looked prettier than usual. It was softer.
Yeah.
It wasn't like all these black raccoon eyes. Jared and I have been so into like delivery meals since we moved to this house, which is in the middle of nowhere. Lauren, vouch for it.
Yeah, you really need to buy food and then eat it and then not rely on going out to eat.
Well, there's that because we don't have many restaurants around us, but we also don't have a grocery store within 20 minutes, which is the most ridiculous thing. So we're experimenting with a whole bunch of different companies, and we are really loving Green Chef. It is a meal kit company that makes meals for like every lifestyle. So whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, we're not any of that, but we do try to eat as vegetarian as possible, especially at home, because I'm not really a big fan of cooking meat. It just makes me, it makes me a little bit nervous. So I always try to get the vegetarian meals. And they have just such a great range of food. It's premium and organic. They have seasonal produce, premium proteins if you're into, having meats. And then there's protein, of course, beyond meat. They've got organic ingredients that you can trust. It is the #1 meal kit for eating well. And you get access to unique farm fresh ingredients like figs, dates, artichokes, and sustainably sourced seafood.
So if you guys want to try Green Chef, go to greenchef.com/getit130 and use the code GETIT130 to get $130 off plus
A huge,
free
huge,
shipping.
huge.
I know it sounds crazy, but $130 off. So then the code is GETIT130. So again, that's greenchef.com/getit130. Green Chef always has a variety in chef-inspired meals, and it's the #1 meal kit for eating well.
And I just got to shout out some of my favorites really quick. Love the green pea falafel with tahini sauce. Yum, yum. There's also this steak and butternut squash salad.
Oh, yes.
That was passionate. Love it. Okay, so check out Green Chef, guys.
Butternut squash always gets me. Okay, we're going back. Did you know that her ex that she married for like 72
Kevin
hours?
Federline?
No, the other one.
Oh my God!
Oh,
yes,
no,
I read that headline,
Jason Alexander.
and I was like,
Jason
she can't catch a break. Who
Let me
is that?
tell you, I heard on, I think maybe it was E! News, and it was like Jason Alexander crashed Britney's wedding. I'm thinking little bald Jason Alexander crashed Britney's wedding.
Yeah, no, same.
I was like, holy shit, why didn't she want him there? But then it turned out to be
I thought that too.
That's
ex.
so funny that you guys didn't remember his name. It was iconic
No.
because his name was Jason Alexander.
Jason Alexander.
Who is Jason Alexander?
What do you
Which
mean?
one?
The
But no, of course
He's
I know.
just a washed up guy who wants to get his 5
remember
minutes
they knew
of
each other
fame.
from high school or something.
But was he like her dancer or something?
No.
No.
I just sent you guys a picture with the broom in the background.
Thank you.
Oh, I see him. Of course, I know who iconic Seinfeld Jason Alexander
I
is,
know,
who was
okay.
the voice of my favorite gargoyle
Yeah.
in Hunchback of the Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Wait, he was the voice of the Hunchback?
No, that's
the
Quasi.
gargoyle.
He was the voice of the gargoyle. Remember?
no
Jason
way,
Alexander?
really?
Yeah, you don't remember?
I didn't know that. I've only seen that movie once.
I know it's kind of scary. I don't
Yeah.
blame you.
Well, I'm happy that
Oh, we
she got
did get some
married.
Hercules. We did get some Hercules news today, guys.
We did? Is there going to be a live action?
The live action Hercules, which has been set for a while, got a director today, and it is Guy Ritchie who directed live action Aladdin.
Yes. So weird that he directed Aladdin.
But Joe and Anthony Russo, who directed Avengers Endgame and Infinity War and a bunch of Marvel movies, they are producing it, and apparently it may not be a musical. I think it's going to be just an action film, which I'm not into. Like Hercules had the best.
We already
music
had a
ever.
Hercules live.
I know.
Oh my
Whatever,
God!
the
How
fuck.
can we not have the song by? Oh my God, Lauren, what's his name?
Michael Bolton.
Michael Bolton,
Oh, come
Go the
on.
Distance.
I can go the distance.
That's
I
a-
can- oh my God, that's a song
bullshit.
that I haven't played for Dawson
That
yet.
song
I
makes me.
must.
That's the only credit bed song that has literally made me cry without like anything bad happening. Just hearing like the words.
Michael Bolton. So good.
You guys,
so
I
hot.
will find my way.
Oh, that's an amazing song.
It's like
90s
Snow White
music.
with Kristen Stewart. You know, like no one cared about that. Like we need
That wasn't
I
Disney,
forgot
though.
that happened.
That wasn't Disney.
That wasn't Disney.
No.
but still, they're like making it like an action movie.
I need Hercules to have music. That has
got-
to
You guys,
happen.
I need you to go look at the photos I just sent you of Britney's wedding. Sorry, must go
I already
back.
saw it. I already looked at
Okay,
it.
so you see the broom?
Oh, I didn't see this red dress. Wait, where's the broom?
Oh. Okay.
Oh, I see to the left.
I didn't see her little black thing at the reception.
I'm fucking dead. But this isn't Ashley. This isn't a wedding photo. This looks like it's in her house, and they just took it really fast.
That's what
exactly,
I
but that's the
mean.
one she decided to post.
That's the one she
I know, but
gave
what I'm-
to People Magazine. Like my wedding planner.
I don't
literally
think
losing
she
his
gave
mind.
it. I don't think she had a
It
professional
says
photographer.
People exclusive.
Oh. Interesting.
That whole foyer is just iconic. So
Why is there painter's tape on the left side of the door? Now
She'd
I'm dissecting
probably
this
just
whole photo.
painted the door.
You guys.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's Britney.
It's Britney. She just was herself at the wedding.
I actually really like
what else are we
Britney.
supposed to
I
do?
like Britney in this dress.
I kind of like Britney in her little black one. And I like how wild her hair is.
I do like how her hair looks in the black outfit.
Oh, her hair looks great in that black outfit.
Yeah. I like it when it's
really
down.
good.
Why does it always have to be like...
Well, everyone listening is probably so annoyed because they can't see these.
I'm
photos.
sorry. Go
but
look at
she's
it. Okay, fine.
Spun through that whole wedding.
Alrighty. My next item, get it.
The whole point that I brought up Britney is because I was laughing, thinking about how you used to bombard us, Ashley, with your Britney impersonation.
Oh,
Wait,
my
Ashley has a Britney impersonation?
Yes.
Wait,
Oh my
what?
gosh. All I could really say was like one word, like one phrase, but she used to say it all the time.
And we were every dinner, every time.
Oh my
She's
God.
like, "What's up, DC?"
Oh my God.
Wait,
What's
Ashley,
up,
do it.
DC? And then,
Oh my God, Ashley, that's really good.
No, oh my gosh. Thank you so much. You're so sweet.
She's good.
Oh my God, Ashley, that's amazing. Wait, you guys are both so good at impersonating.
No, I can just impersonate Britney. Lauren's great at impersonating anyone.
I can only impersonate Kermit the Frog.
Oh, okay.
Have I done that for you guys before?
No, I can't even do it. Do it.
Kermit.
I can't do it seriously and not laugh.
Please just do it because we all have
I'll
those
say-
impersonations.
Okay, I'm gonna try, but don't.
Lovers,
No, Ashley.
the dreamers,
What are you, Britney singing
and
the
me.
Rainbow Connection?
I guess I could also do Goofy. Yeah, Maxie. Yeah,
Maxie. That's okay. Mine is I'm not feeling well, so I don't know how it's gonna sound, but it's like, this is Kermit the Frog here.
Very
really
good.
good.
Very good.
Really
Is
yeah.
it? No.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. I wouldn't even know how to do that.
That wasn't a really. Hold on, I got to do it again. Hello, this is Kermit the Frog here. No, that's not.
No, it's really good. That
So it's not
reminds
Lauren's
me of
laughing at me.
That reminds me of from Full House. Did I hear what? Dawson, do you have an impersonation? No, you guys.
He's like,
I'm sorry
I can
for the baby
impersonate.
sounds in the
Too
background.
cute.
So beautiful. Wait, what other impersonations can you guys do?
Lauren, anything? Lauren can usually do
Not that I can
guys.
think of.
Lauren could do anything.
My parents used to piss their pants at her Forrest Gump impersonation. They wanted
Lauren do Forrest Gump.
They wanted her to go up on a cruise because I think that this is what we should do. Every I Don't Get It Ramble should include a tidbit of our cruises because they come up in every single one. We should just make a point of doing it.
I don't remember ever doing a Forrest Gump
Wait, do you
impersonation.
know what I think we should do, guys?
What?
You know how we've been wanting to do a live podcast for a while? People
Yeah.
keep asking me. What if we did a I Don't Get It cruise?
Well, I don't know if we could fill the ship, but like, what we book a few tickets,
No shit.
and we go.
No, obviously, Ashley
We'd
wouldn't.
maybe have 10 people there.
We'd have 10 rooms.
We'll be like, hey guys, we're gonna be
dedicated.
on this cruise. If you want to hang out with us for a week,
Yeah.
you book it on the same ship.
yeah.
And then, you know where the shows are? We'll just take the stage during the day and do the podcast from there.
And just
that's
have the
fun.
front row filled. That's it.
And have unlimited pizza and soft serve.
Oh, that'd be great. Okay, well, my mom and dad wanted Lauren to do Forrest Gump at like karaoke night. So instead of going up and doing singing, she was supposed to go up and just be like,
do impersonation.
Excuse me, I know this isn't on brand, but like I'm going to do an impersonation of Forrest Gump. You don't remember?
I don't think that my impersonation was very good. I don't remember doing it. I think it was just funny that like their child who was like 7 years old was doing a Forrest Gump impersonation.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Dog helping hypochondriacs around the world.
I also have an issue that is beyond hypochondriacism, whatever, because my wrist, it hurts really bad it's called mommy wrist. There's also this technical term for it. It's called mommy wrist, mommy thumb. It's from picking up the baby, holding him in a certain way, holding the bottle a certain way. And it's so stupid of me. I was thinking of who I could reach out to ask like who they recommended for like occupational therapists and like hand surgeons and stuff. And then I realized we have ZocDoc, so I don't have to like go and ask around for recommendations because ZocDoc basically does the work for you. They make booking a doctor's appointment the most easy and like pun intended, pain-free.
I don't know who would choose to like call around and ask questions when ZocDoc is literally available. ZocDoc is a free app that shows you doctors who are patient reviewed and take your insurance and are available when you need them. So you read up on local doctors and then you can see their available times and you don't have to do the whole runaround of, well, when's good for you? When's good for you?
Yeah.
So you go to ZocDoc.com. It's a tongue twister. And you choose a time slot, whether you want to see a doctor in person or do a video visit. And just like that, you're booked. So it's super easy. I don't know who would do the other way.
And another big thing is that they make sure that they put you in touch with doctors who are in your network. So they take your insurance so you don't have to like find a doctor that you really like and then realize that they don't take your insurance because that's always like the biggest bummer. So go to ZocDoc.com. Every month, millions of people use ZocDoc. You guys should be adding to that number. Go to ZocDoc.com/get it to download the ZocDoc app for free and then start your search for a top-rated doctor today. Many are available within 24 hours. That's another big perk of it. That is ZocDoc.com/get it, GETITZOCDOC.com/get it, ZocDoc.com/get it.
Okay, guys, I have an I don't get it.
Okay.
It's really stupid.
Okay.
There's a massive, massive bruise that I have on my leg. Like, I have to show it to you guys.
Okay. No one else can see this.
But it's just huge and it's
scared.
behind my left knee.
I'm scared. What the fuck, dude?
God, oh my Lord in heaven.
What did you do?
Hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done.
What did you do?
I don't know. And that is why I don't get it. Like,
usually when you get a bruise like that, and that's like a once in every couple like years bruise.
No, it's you guys. It's so for people who can't see it, it's basically like a massive square right under my left knee on the back of my leg.
In a scary spot, like that's like a spot that if you hit it, you would be like, ah!
But I run into shit all the time, and I wonder if I just like bruise super easily. But I was looking at this bruise. I can't even tell you how I got it, and I'm like, that's great. Like,
when
that's
did it
why
appear?
I don't get it. Like 2 weeks ago or a week ago. I've had it for a long time.
And
it's
it
taken
hurts?
so long to heal. It was hurting me like when I would bend it.
2
like,
weeks
for
ago, it's
sleeping,
been that black.
I feel like a week and a half.
No, come on, Naz. That's not good.
I know, guys. I don't know how I got it.
She's aware of the situation. It's not good.
And I'm like, I literally am like, I mean, I got really supernatural with
this.
it.
This is what I'm thinking.
I'm like, did a demon like hit me in my sleep or something?
Exactly what I was going to say. It's either a demon that hit you in your sleep or you probably were like doing something for Jurassic Park and the adrenaline was going. You didn't realize you hit it.
It's so funny that you knew the dates of that because I feel like it probably did happen around then or that day. Because
Definitely.
it's not in my pictures from that day. And I was wearing a short
it develops
skirt.
like overnight.
I think you hit it that day.
But does this mean that I'm really anemic, that I bruise super easily?
No, I mean, I also bruise really easily, too. I mean, I definitely think you're probably a little low on iron there, but because the healing process hasn't been very fast. But it doesn't mean you're anemic.
Right.
You guys, there was a medical emergency.
That's my I don't get it.
On a plane.
Don't tell me.
On a plane that I was on. A couple... Okay, this sounds really snotty. I was in first class. It was a business trip, and I didn't pay for it. And I was in first class, and they said, really quickly, it was like half an hour into the flight, if there is any nurses, doctors, or EMTs on this flight, please respond to an emergency. Like,
what happened?
I couldn't turn around, and I never felt more like a failure in my life. I was like, I am a doctor.
You're like, I could probably diagnose you.
I could probably tell you what's going on.
Did you know if anyone helped?
Well, I can tell you this. No one died There was no stretcher. We didn't have to make an emergency landing. So apparently the person was fine.
Maybe like that one woman, they just put a blanket on them.
No.
Until they landed.
Oh my god.
No, we would definitely.
That's
I would have
horrible.
known.
Oh, it's my freaking worst
I
nightmare.
know,
And I was talking to
so
Dad about it
scary.
yesterday.
It's so scary.
He was like, "That's a pulmonary embolism waiting to happen."
Who
Like
said-
being on a long flight.
What do you mean?
Because he was sick. Because he was saying that like Hunter's parents are going to Hawaii straight from DC to Hawaii, and he goes, "That's a pulmonary embolism. Pulmonary embolism waiting to happen."
No way.
What is a pulmonary embolism?
It's like when you get a blood clot and it goes to your heart. It's like because you're not moving around enough. I was like, "Hey, Dad, don't fucking give me more anxiety than I already have."
I think
He's like, "Oh, you'll be fine."
That's a lot of. That is because it's like 12 hours.
It's 13 hours.
I don't understand. Okay, riddle me this. This is a huge. I don't get it. If I go,
Hawaii's further from the coast than you think. That's what it is.
No. If I go from DC to California, it's 5 hours. If I go from LA to Hawaii, it's 6 hours. Tops. Why is it now all of a sudden becoming 13 hours if you do direct?
direct to where?
Direct from DC to Hawaii.
Wait,
I don't know.
Wait, you know why? Because planes have different flight paths. Do we need to get my dad on here? Yeah, obvious.
You think?
Yeah.
You think
It's
that's
so
what it is?
obvious
Yeah.
when you get. Are you kidding? First of all, I bet you the flights from LA to New York could be like an hour shorter.
Probably.
Because they're always like, we'll make up time. It's
They
like, well, why can't you
always-
just make
they
up time
always make
up
every
time.
time?
Yeah, why don't we make
Why
up
do you
time
just
every
make
time?
up time all the time? It's because they have to follow a certain flight path so
Okay.
that planes don't hit each other.
Okay, thanks, Naz. That was very, very smart, and I appreciate you solving it. I don't get it for me because yesterday they told me our flight was an hour and like 20 minutes delayed, and they're like, there's not a lot of shortcuts, so we're going to try our best, but like there's not a lot of shortcuts. And I was like, oh, so I guess you guys do normally have shortcuts.
Wow, I never would have understood that unless Naz just said that.
I
I was like,
know.
shortcuts.
Can we talk about how fucking fantastic Top Gun is?
Oh, so
I
you
haven't
loved
seen
it.
it yet.
Fuck. Lauren, Top Gun Maverick is, first of all, it's now Tom Cruise's biggest
blockbuster ever.
biggest
ever?
film ever.
Wow. Yes, Tom. You know that Naz and I just differ on this, and Lauren's like relatively neutral, but because she's part of our family, she has to be a Tom Cruise fan. Lauren, I think that's okay. Well, I can't believe I'm going to have this conversation without Jared here. It's like so wrong.
It's so sacrilegious.
Yeah. But are we going to have the conversation?
Oh, well,
What do you mean? You just stopped talking.
you let it. You just what
No,
conversation?
Naz started it, and she was like, "It's so good."
Okay, Oh, you mean about... No, we're not going to talk about Top Gun because we're not going to spoil it for Lauren or other people who haven't
It's
seen
not like
it.
anything
but
to even spoil. It's just like it's so
Is
well
it
done.
funny? Is it all
It's-
everything?
No, it's you know what it is, Lauren? I think when we look at 80s IP, like things from the 80s
Yes,
that are
and
coming
90s.
back, and the early 90s,
Yeah.
a lot of the stuff is so modernized and different that it feels so, to me, this is my opinion, it feels so distant and personally detached from the original.
Yeah.
That is why I often leave not feeling fulfilled or
Yes.
satisfied with what I'm seeing. This movie it felt like a movie that came out in the 80s. The
I love
romance is so cheesy and
Yes.
so amazingly
Yes.
80s. The music, it's everything we're missing from movies.
Okay.
Like where the music comes up and him riding the motorcycle with her on the back and really like cheesy fade outs. And it's done in such a perfect way that it's just executed perfectly. And the story is good. The pacing's good. It's a long movie, but you're never bored. I thought everyone was well cast aside from the girl. I thought her character could have been like a little more fleshed out.
you mean
Or,
the
like
you mean-
Tom Cruise's love
Not-
interest?
not
Or-
Jennifer
No,
Connelly.
not Jennifer Connelly. The other, there's a
thought she was
new.
good. I liked
don't
her.
know. I don't know. I thought her lines were like, it's like, come on, you could have made like she could have been funny or like something more. But anyways, I wanted to share a fun Naz dad fact with you guys.
Before you
'cause-
do that, can I just say that I totally agree with
Yeah, of
Naz
course.
in the way that we haven't had like a movie that was like action-ish. I mean, it's obviously an action movie, but it doesn't feel like overly action-y, you know? Like there's like there's definitely like, there's just like a lot of heart and soul with action and with romance.
Yeah.
And we like haven't had that since the early 2000s. And I know like Pearl Harbor, totally different movie, totally not critically acclaimed. You know, people will call that cheesy, but it was like that sort of like time period. There's a song, right? And there's a score and like there's a warmth to it. And like that's what this movie has. Because like even the fact that we have like a Lady Gaga title song that just like makes you feel like, ooh, like
like Michael Bolton with Hercules.
Exactly.
Like you need that kind of amazing idol
that
singing
crescendo.
a song.
The crescendo.
And
And there's like a music video that goes along with it. And the music video is also epic. And it has like these moments of
everything is just so it's just so perfect because the story's so good and there was a perfect reason for it to come back. And without giving the plot away, I love how sort of the push and pull of the conflict of the plot is really between two men who like, you know, want to love each other.
Yeah. And you have just like,
but there's shit, you know what I mean? It's not like a war. It's not like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was so fucking well done.
Jared and I went on vacation and I brought a whole bunch of new makeup that I had like stored in like my new makeup box because, you know, when you're like away, you want to look extra pretty, feel extra fresh, experiment with some different looks. So I picked out a couple things from Thrive Cosmetics. I have this clear lip gloss. It was really hydrating. It didn't feel sticky, didn't taste weird or anything like that. Awesome. I also opened up their mascara, which I've been a longtime fan of. And another reason that we are all longtime fans of Thrive Cosmetics is because it's not just cosmetics like cosmetics, but cosmetics because because they're bigger than just beauty, bigger than beauty. For every product purchased, Thrive Cosmetics donates to help women thrive. They help women emerging from homelessness, surviving domestic abuse, fighting cancer, and more. And the mascara that I'm talking about is their Liquid Lash Extensions mascara. Oh my God, you guys, I tried a round of lash extensions and I just couldn't. I just
You literally took them off after a day.
They just don't like, I just don't like the look anymore, but I love the look.
Mascara is
it,
guys.
Mascara
Just
is
stick to
it.
mascara.
Yes, guys, save your lashes. It just looks better.
Can I just tell everyone about the Defying Gravity eye lifting cream? Because what do you not like about that sentence? Defying Gravity eye lift cream. It instantly lifts, tightens, and brightens skin around your eyes with line smoothing hydration. That is what we all struggle with. We put concealer on, we put foundation on, and then you get the creases underneath. So this Defying eye lift cream, it soothes and it deeply moisturizes, and it also reduces dark circles and puffiness.
I mean, all the things you truly want from an eye cream.
Exactly.
Good.
So if you're looking for an eye cream,
good, like all of it.
All good. So if you guys are looking for an eye cream, definitely try Thrive Cosmetics.
But can I also talk a little bit about the mascara, the extensions mascara for a second? It has over 20,000 5-star reviews. It's so ultra lengthening. There's no clumping, no smudging, no flaking. It looks like eyelash extensions without like the phony baloney look. But there's no damaging glue, no expensive salon prices, and it comes off really easily. Like, because sometimes really good mascara, you're like, oh, but at night it's like such a pain to take off. This is not. So guys, right now is a great time to try Thrive Cosmetics for yourself. You get 15% off your first order when you visit Thrive Cosmetics/get it. That is Thrive. THRIVE CAUSEMETICS. You guys, Thrive Cosmetics. Yeah, that's a mouthful when you spell it out. Okay?
Spelling is so hard.
Spelling is hard. Thrive.
That didn't come out as quickly as usual.
No, it didn't, because it's so much. Thrive.
Yeah.
CAUSEMETICS.com/get it for 15% off your first order.
So this is what I wanted to say because my dad, you guys know my dad used to fly planes, and
Did you see it?
Yeah. So I totally geeked out with my dad over Top Gun. I really want to be a pilot in like a Star Wars
There's
movie.
just a
but now I'm
fox
like,
that
fuck.
just walked behind me. Like, I'm not even... The fox was 1 yard away from me through the window.
Wait, go take a picture of it.
It's fox season.
Is it a long fox?
No, it was like a baby fox. It's a tiny... Okay, sorry, continue.
Okay.
Wait, that reminds me of something else I have to say.
Sexy foxes. Remember when we made it... We were like, never mind.
Well, a 25-year-old called me a fox, and I've never felt more old in my life.
Yeah,
that's what I was going to say.
That'll do it. Yeah.
Anyways, so Ash, you know, in the beginning of the film, that like crazy black plane that Tom Cruise gets on.
Yeah.
It's like it's called the Dark Star, they call it in the movie. So basically, Lockheed Martin, we have a plane right now called the SR-71. But that was an SR-72, which I think Lockheed Martin is working on, but isn't out yet and hasn't been seen by the public. But I think the movie worked with them to sort of create it for this movie.
But even though they filmed the movie like 4 years ago?
Yeah, the SR-72 isn't out yet. And apparently there were like satellites from China or something. Like some country was like spying.
Oh.
Just
so now they're
on the
watch
set of the movie.
No way. And they were like, what is that?
Because it was like sort of this thing that isn't out yet. And I'm like, only Tom Cruise's movies, you know?
True. And now they're just going to watch the movie and study it all.
So cool.
Anyways,
I
it's so
can't wait
good,
to
Lauren.
see it. I'm like,
Lauren,
we
you
had
have
tickets
to see
the
it.
other night, and then I couldn't go.
Why
because
do
I
you
had
and
to
Hunter
take
do
care
this all the time? You always have tickets, then you don't use them. Do you like get refunded?
I told
You
him I
guys
would
do this often?
No, we've only done like twice. We've done like twice. I had to take care of Dawson because Grandma was feeling too tired, so we didn't go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, that's really nice.
yeah.
In that case, that's a good excuse.
It was a good excuse. Yeah. Oh, hi. He just waved.
I apologize to everyone for incessantly coughing on
I haven't noticed
Me neither.
whatsoever.
Okay.
What was I gonna say?
Great movie. Lots of feelings, lots of warmth.
Oh, feelings in airplanes is my next. I don't get
how
it.
many airplanes?
Oh, wow. What
Let's
a
bring
segue.
let's bring up cruises and airplanes in everything we do. Because guess what? I also have an I don't get it that's about airplanes as well. Lauren, you go first.
Oh, God.
Okay, I think we may have discussed this before, but I was showing Dawson The Good Dinosaur, a very good Disney movie.
I talked to the director of that movie last week.
It's honestly so underrated.
I've never seen it.
Oh my God.
Is it amazing?
It's
I love
amazing.
dinosaurs.
Like, you will bawl more than any other movie.
Oh, my God.
Okay, so anyways, I saw that movie on an airplane, and I was like, I've never cried harder, ever. But I noticed that I always cry at movies on airplanes. Have I discussed this?
But it's also Pixar, so
I cried
that's
during
kind of a
Coco
given,
on an
right?
airplane.
Yeah,
See?
that's Pixar, too.
Okay, but it's like all movies. All movies get me in my feelings, and all music get me in my feelings when I'm on an airplane.
Well,
Like,
that's
I'm
because
so
you're zoned
hypersensitive.
I
you
think
think it's
because
'cause
there's
they're
something. No, I think flying is quite romantic. And
I think it may be
cinematic.
romantic because, like, you're leaving someone or you're going to see someone.
You're probably more
Yeah.
vulnerable on a plane.
You're alone, usually.
I just think
maybe.
the setting, like if I was on a train, I would feel romantic. you know?
Yes. Like, I don't want to
Yeah.
listen to music all the time, but when I'm on a train or a plane, the music is so much
you
more
get
like
in your feels.
daydreamy.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, because
Oh,
you have
God.
time to daydream, and maybe you're by yourself.
Yeah,
I did my
definitely.
hardest daydreaming / I guess manifesting on airplanes at night, looking out a window with music on.
I'm so happy you just said that because I've been thinking about you and Jared a lot.
No thanks.
And the more and more that I get into like manifesting and co-creating and like, you know, focusing, because you guys know I really believe in that stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I totally think you really just manifested Jared, like not knowing that you were just really manifesting.
Yeah.
I could have you
Because
saying that I was
manifesting is
daydreaming so
acting.
hard.
No, it's not daydreaming because manifesting is you are acting as if you already have it.
Okay.
And I believe for 2 years you acted as if Jared was already yours.
Oh yeah.
Now, I
well, we
wonder
both
if, like, that's true. I wonder
We've
if
never
Pisces,
dissected this.
I feel like Pisces dream so much and daydream so much. I wonder if their dreams come true more because they're actually
God,
just
that
manifesting.
is a great thing to figure
Like,
out.
I wonder if
There's-
Pisces are just more successful.
There's definitely
Well, it's you have to act. You can't act like doubt you know what I'm saying? Once you think like you don't have someone or something, then you're just attracting the absence of it. But if you're acting as if you already have it, then it'll flow right to you. It's literally universal law. So Ashley was like writing letters to Jared, like literally you were every day picturing your relationship with Jared, right? True or false?
Well, I was asked this question recently, whether I ever had doubts in the 2.5 years. It's like, yeah, of course I had doubts. It's like so natural. I just didn't let them like overflow.
But that's what I'm saying. Most people would let it doubt. Like me, for example, if there's a guy I like, I'm getting better at this, but like, let's say old Naz would be like, oh yeah, he would never like me, would never like me. And so when you think that more, that's what you're broadcasting out to the universe.
I definitely never
But
thought
whenever that
more.
crept in, I feel like you never let it really take over.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Oh,
Wait, so Ashley, tell us your manifesting ways.
Oh, I don't know, but I think that Lauren has like something very interesting to look up that we definitely can look up. There's no stats on if Pisces are more successful in getting their loves. They're definitely not as successful as like humans because like a lot of people, a lot of them, you know, if you read up on it, will be like they get too lost in their dreams. They don't like live enough in reality to get things accomplished.
I want to know everything you did when it came to thinking about Jared, like thoughts that popped in your head and then what you would shift them to.
I just always,
She was always coming up with a
towards
scheme.
the future. I think I always, no matter who it is, I like just always shift towards like, okay, that's not what it is now, but I can imagine it this in the further future. I always look deep enough in the future. Like it's always about the next move and the next step to make. And yeah. But like always like planning ahead, not necessarily being like, oh, we have to like do that now.
So give an example.
Maybe like what you used to do, you'd be like, oh, we will go eventually to a New Kids on the Block concert together. We will eventually get there. But like right now, it could be weird if I ask him, but I know that concert is coming.
Yeah.
And I can see us going together.
Totally. Or be like, we should go to that football game together. Mm-hmm. And like that'll be a really bonding moment.
And so
you haven't asked him yet.
I would always like kind of have an event in which something could happen.
Right. But you would always energetically stay in that mindset that it was going to happen.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. You were never like, it's not going to happen.
Moment.
You literally manifested Jared.
I guess.
Yeah, into your existence. I mean,
sort of. Yes
manifested
and no.
everything.
I mean, also, Jared knew very early on that we were perfect for each other. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so maybe he manifested you too. Well, I manifested you guys into my life. That's everything in your life you attracted.
Oh, well, Naz, that's very sweet.
No, it's just universal law.
I want them to be my friends. No.
Do you know what I mean? And you know what's so funny is when I saw you on Chris's season and then I found out I was going to be asked to do Paradise, I was like, I want to be with like Ashley. Yeah. Like I feel like she would be my friend.
Oh, that's so cool, Naz.
I'm just saying cool. when there's no doubt and you definitely think you can have something.
I get so frustrated, annoyed when people like try to say they're being realistic, but really they're casting doubt on a situation. It drives me nuts. It's like there's really no reason to do that.
If you guys are kind of fans of the yesteryears, the hippie years, vinyl records, the mellower vibes, essentially, you guys are going to want to try Dadgrass, especially now because to celebrate the passage of time, they are doing a special collab with George Harrison's estate to mark 50 years since his All Things Must Pass album. So Dadgrass is 100% organic hemp joints. But just a little bit groovier with way cooler packaging. It's like if you have a vinyl, a vinyl record player and you're kind of into like the hippie vibes, like I already said, I think this is the coolest thing to put on your coffee table. If you smoke it or not, I think it's the coolest, like aesthetically pleasing box in the world.
It is a very aesthetically pleasing box. It does it's aesthetic.
It's like a coffee table book.
It is like a coffee
You need
table
your
book.
records, your coffee table book, and your Dadgrass joint boxes. So the Dadgrass is legal, organic smokable hemp, and it relaxes your body and mellows your mind. They're 100% organic pre-rolled joints, and they're very low in THC and high in CBD, so you can enjoy the effects of CBD while keeping your head
So
clear.
I like how we put it. We put it like this. It's like chilling out without getting stoned. It's like having a glass of wine, not the whole bottle. And, you know, for a little play on the whole Beatles thing, Dadgrass knows that you can get by with a little hemp with your friend. I love that. That's cool. Okay, all Dadgrass products are federally legal for ages 21 and over, and it ships to your door anywhere in the U.S. You can also bring it on planes, so it's really cool. It's a new, like, it's a sweet buzz, you know? It's a chill way to enjoy an old favorite. It's going to leave you in a euphoric mood. Right now, Dadgrass is offering our listeners 20% off your first order when you go to dadgrass.com/get-it. That is dadgrass.com/get-it for 20% off your first order. Dadgrass.com/get-it.
I just cannot get over your child right now.
I know, me neither.
He's in such
He's
a
the
sleepy
cutest.
phase where he just wants to rub his face into some kind of claw.
it's
How
great.
is it? I know you shared this on your Instagram a little, but like for our podcast, how is it being away from him? And how is it finally having like a vacation for you and Jared?
It was so awesome. The first 2 days, we were definitely like, "Oh my god, what are we doing without him? Like, we gotta turn back around." Like, we couldn't stop looking at pictures of him and stuff like that. Well, we obviously like loved looking at pictures like the whole time we were away, but it was really just wonderful and totally reconnecting. And it was just fun to have old Jared back because, you know, Jared's always so stressed with work and like he like barely smiles.
Right.
And like there's always something and like between us, like even when we're home together, it's like all talk about like scheduling and like, are you gonna be home there? We gotta do this. Are you gonna be doing blah, 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 we gotta do that, blah, 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 blah. It's always like logistical speak. And it was so nice to not talk like that and to like actually just like talk about like things that we like and
Like fun things.
yeah, fun things.
And just sleeping and not worrying. And,
Yeah.
Oh
Sleeping
my God.
and not worrying and
And going to the bathroom when you need to go to the bathroom.
he was really great.
Showering.
It was
and
so great. We loved it. We had such a good time.
It's so good. He's
Yay.
so good. He's
He's
so good.
so good.
Lauren, did it make you want to have a baby soon?
Yeah, and how did you
No.
feel about it? No, Lauren
definitely did not make me-
Lauren wants to be a permanent aunt now.
I don't know. It's like it's so difficult. I just can't imagine having like twins.
Wow.
And-
Yeah, me neither. Oh my god.
Having
that would
twins
be-
or being alone, like without
Oh my
a
God.
partner.
Without help. Yeah.
Yeah, without
No.
help or anything. Like, I just, like, mom and I, like, I would come home and she'd be like, I gotta pee, I gotta shower, you take him. And, like, if you don't have someone to relieve you, like, you will go crazy.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say, I don't know what it is, but you know how like we're just because of social media, everyone just shares everything.
Yeah.
Like literally everything. And so we see so much more than we used to, like especially when we grew up. And I really do want to be a mom. Like I feel like I'm going to be such a fun mom and I love kids so much.
Yeah.
But in the last 2 years, some of my friends have had kids and like I think social media has got me really scared of being a mom.
Really?
I'm gonna be
To
honest.
be honest.
You
Like
should be
Olivia
scared.
Munn posted. Yeah, Olivia Munn. And maybe it's been our podcast too. Maybe it's everything together. Because, you know, we've talked to a couple moms. We've done pregnancy podcasts.
Yeah.
I guess growing up, I was just like, oh, yeah, like I want to be a mom. And now
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, no, this
That's
is really scary
The
and really
exact
expensive.
same boat that I'm in right now, Naz.
Yeah,
like,
and I
I'm like,
don't
I
like
love kids.
it.
I love kids. I
know.
need one. But now I'm just like, literally, you have no life.
That was what I was
I
gonna
know,
say.
and
I
it
was like, you guys like
scares
need to
me.
know you're gonna have no life. And
Yeah.
I just being a stay-at-home mom is plenty work. Working out of the house and then like having, I mean, it's like so many, again, nothing's easy. Like if you work out of the house and you have like a babysitter, obviously not easy. You're away from your kid. You always have like those insecurities, those worries.
Yeah, because a lot of people work
The
from home
money.
thanks to the pandemic
Yeah.
now. And that's not easy either, having a nanny downstairs with your kid. Like,
Well, that's like the ideal situation is to have like
but even
in-house-
that's not easy, I think.
in-house help all the time while you're working from home, right? But like say you are, and like again, I just
the
want to
luxury.
say like overarching theme here is no option is easy, but it's like single mom, holy shit, I don't know how they do it. Moms with multiples, holy shit, don't know how they do it. Working moms, like, you know, there's the money of childcare, like them being away, then working from home. Like you think like, oh, you know, you're so blessed to be able to work from home, and have a kid, but like you can't. It's so difficult to work from home and not have somebody there in the house to help you. And then there's like the stay-at-home mom just taking care of the house and taking care of a kid. It's like it's so hard. It's so hard. And I think people are finally being honest about it, right?
Yeah.
And
yeah,
that's
like,
why
I feel
you guys
like it
are
was
getting
always
scared.
glamorized.
It's always.
Yeah, I feel like it was. Actually, I don't want to say it was glamorized. I'm sure there's been millions of people that have been honest.
People
this whole
were
time.
just like,
I think
they
it's just
never,
more visible.
They never felt
It's more
comfortable
visible
saying like
now.
it's hard.
And now people are normalizing it, which I think is great.
Yeah.
But
Like I saw
Yeah.
Jade post last night, and Jade like just took a selfie. She was like, "The time before bedtime is the longest like 2 hours of my life."
It's a long
And I
time.
was like, "You seem so tired, and I feel so sad."
Because that's when they start getting like cranky, and you're like,
Yeah.
you need to go to bed, but I also can't have you go to bed because then you're gonna wake up too much and like all that.
Yeah,
I've caught up on all Kardashians yesterday.
me too. It's so good.
It's so good.
Ashley,
and
did
Kim
you watch?
is so inspiring to me.
Thank you. Can we speak about this?
Yes,
Ashley,
Yeah.
you're all caught up on the Kardashians.
No,
Wait,
I have
let her finish what.
Oh,
Okay, wait. Ashley, say what you were going to say because I have to leave right in 15 minutes, and then we'll talk about Kardashian.
I haven't caught up, so we probably shouldn't talk about it yet.
okay.
I have 2 episodes.
Jeez.
Sorry.
Okay, we'll do that Monday then if we don't have it.
I have lots of things still, and I don't get it.
Okay.
Oh no. Okay.
You put him in too soon.
46.
Okay.
So we're starting at 46, 30, 33. As you can hear in the background, I just put Dawson to swing, and this is just proof that life is that life is hard. Like any stress you have before kids is just like it's so envious after
Yeah.
you have them. Okay. You guys start on the next I don't get it, and then I'll jump right back in.
Okay. Lauren, well, I think we should continue this combo, though, because you've actually always wanted to be a mom since the moment I met you.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is a very real thing that other people who don't have kids yet are probably feeling.
Yeah, I wish I
But
had more
it's-
time to figure it out. But, as like an almost 32-year-old, I feel
Same.
stressed.
Well, as an already 32-year-old.
Yes.
It's just so annoying because I think I like let go of all this resistance I had. I actually feel like I'm going to meet my guy whenever I'm supposed to meet him.
Mm-hmm.
But it is crazy to think about. Like, it's like, well, should I be freezing my eggs?
I
Like,
know. It's like, should I just do it?
I would love to,
expensive
but it's
as
so
heck.
expensive. I don't
Yeah.
have the money. And it's also time and like your hormones and your
Yeah.
body. Like, God, women go through so much.
Yeah, it doesn't
It's
sound fun.
so
It's like an actual
crazy.
procedure that does not sound fun. And I mean, I just
I
wish
just
we
can't.
had
Can you
unlimited
believe
time.
like guys literally don't have to worry about any of this?
I'm usually
Nothing.
like all about like I hate talking shit about men. I hate when people are like, oh, men suck. I
No,
hate that.
me too. I don't like that either. I
Yeah.
love men so much.
But the most unfair thing is that they can literally have a kid until they're 100, and they can decide whenever they want, and that's
also they get hotter as they age.
They do.
And I read something today that was like, women look for men with high status.
Yeah.
Because like survival of the fittest. None of this is factual, by the way. I'm just sharing something I read online, and that something was like men look for women with like youth and fertility in them, and I'm like,
Yeah.
are you fucking kidding me? Like, no wonder I like got out and got hair extensions. Like,
yeah.
it's literally because I feel more fertile.
I know.
Because I have a full head of hair. It's really like being a woman is so fucking hard.
It's really,
It
I mean, that's
really
just like my
is.
number one bugaboo is just like if we had unlimited time, I would feel so free. But I feel like I'm in this time restraint, and especially like the next like 2 to 3 years, I feel like I can't actually like plan anything unless it's planning my egg retrievals.
Yeah, same.
No,
We're
I'm
talking
laughing,
about
but
like
also
how
not
we
laughing.
feel as like, well, we're talking about how we feel as like women who like want to have kids but are getting older, and just like it is crazy.
It is crazy.
Yeah, like I'm not in no way. I just feel like there's some people who can handle it, and there's some people who may crack when they have this whole responsibility. And I feel like I'm right teetering there. Like I feel like I don't handle stress the best. So
For me, there's so many, you know, I love traveling, and like there's just so much more I want to do before excuse me, before I have a kid. Or I would actually love to have a kid between 35 and 40. But again, I don't know what I'm up against as far as my body goes. I don't know.
I think that
And who I'm going to marry, and just all of
Naz,
it.
100%. I guess I don't know if we talked about this on I Don't Get a Podcast recently, or whether I talked about this just like in life recently. But it's just I think that almost every woman of the millennial generation would say like ideally, I would want to have a kid at 40, right?
I want to have a kid at 37, 38.
Yeah.
If I could have 5 more years to date around, go to like Patagonia, Antarctica, Rwanda.
Yeah.
You know, like there's just stuff I want to do that like I just, you know.
yeah, 100%.
And career wise. Also like, you know, being on camera, like I feel like once you're pregnant, I don't know.
That's true.
It's really wild.
That's
like I don't want to
true.
say, obviously there's maternity leave and stuff, but like even being a host, you're like so scared they're going to hire someone else and not want you back. And
I know.
it's really wild. Like the world's fucking wild.
It's just crazy that like our body. I mean, like I understand that like back in the days, like you know the caveman days, they were like having babies at 13 and stuff. Or maybe even, I don't even know. Like what I know, like I know how our bodies have evolved, obviously, but it's crazy that like they haven't even evolved past that like mid 30s, 40s. Yes, of
right.
course.
You would think our eggs would like be fresher longer.
Yeah, at least
I think they will be, but maybe
But
like
not for
hundreds
us.
of years from
Yeah.
now.
In
but
like a
like I think
1,000
we're
years, maybe.
we're the people changing that problem.
That's so true. Like, 'cause it's only been like
so true.
It's only been like 100 years.
Yes.
We're the generation that like a later generation thinks to us their eggs will be fertile till they're like way
Oh,
later.
that is
Just
such a good point.
paving the way for the next generations.
You know what? Maybe I'll adopt.
Yeah, I mean it's always an option.
You know
Totally.
something else that I never considered before?
Huh?
Surrogacy.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, that's ideal, but you know, we did a podcast on it.
No, but for a lot of people, it wasn't. And to be honest, for me, I never thought of it. And all this stuff that I'm seeing and reading, I'm not saying I would do it. I think I would want to experience pregnancy if my body
Yeah,
would
we'll
allow
just see
that.
what your body can handle. And
But
then-
what I'm saying is, like, I never even thought that, and now
Yeah.
I'm like,
Well,
that sounds kind of.
No, it is. It's like it's pretty much $100,000 though.
It's so. I thought Kim only paid 40 grand for hers.
It's
Only
about
40.
50 for the actual like salary of it,
So
but then it's about
wild.
50 in like Medicare costs, medical costs, and because I don't think that insurance covers it. I don't think insurance covers it. And then
I would.
I don't. And then
I
their
want-
food and like stuff like that.
Right.
everything.
I think I want to be pregnant, but I'm just saying it's like everything I'm reading and that's scaring me is making me, I don't know. And then I'm like, is that really selfish? That sounds really selfish
Well,
to say
that's
out
what my
loud.
dad told me because when I was in the the trenches, I was like, I'm gonna have a surrogate next time. I don't care. I'm having a surrogate, and he's like, I'll take you out of the will if you have a surrogate. That is for people who need it.
yeah,
But
I mean, so
but I
let's
don't.
say
But
if
I'm
you
like,
need it.
why is that so horrible to make a woman feel selfish for that?
I don't know. That's also a great point. That's also a great
Like
point.
we get so scrutinized. We can't do anything right. Breastfeeding's right. Breastfeeding's not. Breastfeeding's wrong.
That's actually a
Having
really good
surrogates
point.
wrong.
Because,
why
like-
is everything that like makes our lives a little easier wrong?
yeah, like if
and
I
someone's
suffered,
willing to do it for you and get paid for
Yeah.
it, so it's like
if I
they
wanted to
want
pay for it and I wanted to forego 9 months of absolute agony, then why should I feel shame in deciding that?
yeah, yeah.
I'm all just about choice. You know, like I don't know what I want. I just want to have the choice to do whatever I want. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Okay, so I have two stupid I don't get it to close out if you'd like.
I mean,
or
I have
should we-
one that's on.
Yeah, I have a stupid
But
one,
guys,
too.
I have one that's plane related, and like we already
continue.
said, we already teased that it was going to be plane related.
Okay, do your play.
And I already said that I was in first class this week. So I was in first class, and I realized that
Just to reiterate, I was in first class.
Just to reiterate, I was not in basic economy.
So it was on
So I
JetBlue.
couldn't see the person dying in the back, but
Yeah.
Oh my god! Okay,
basically what Ashley sounds like.
so
That was funny.
That was really funny. So it was on JetBlue and it was cross country. So I had a pod. And what I don't get is when people have a pod, and it doesn't matter whether you've been in first class or not. It's just like observing people who are in first class, and they're in it, but they don't decide to lie back, recline, lie down with a pod, or eat in first class. So basically, why you fucking in first class? Take advantage of it. These
True,
people are
true.
sitting upright and not eating the free food
Yes.
or drinking
Be
anything.
horizontal.
Then
and
save
stuff
the
your
seat
face
for someone else if you're gonna sit upright and not eat.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Spoken
amen.
like a real poor rich person.
Yeah.
Because you know the wealthy ass
Yes.
people don't give
Right,
a
the
fuck.
wealthy.
Yeah.
This
But
guy's
when
probably
you're
like a billionaire
poor, rich
next to me.
person,
Right.
You're like, give me all the free cookies.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
not letting one mental cent go to waste.
Yeah,
Definitely.
The guy didn't
Like, I'm
open
going to
up.
lay the entire time and watch as many movies
Right.
as possible.
He didn't open up his little baggie full of goodies that they give you. He just like no, it's like a regular day and a regular seat to him.
Am I a klepto for always looking through first class when we what does my dad say?
Deplane.
the
Deplane.
aircraft. Disembark the
Disembark.
aircraft. I always look to see if anyone like left, like
Yeah.
a closed cookie bag.
Oh my God, how amazing would that be if you actually took it?
I would like sometimes
Any more
I would
Biscoffs
too.
up here?
I never find one, but I'm always looking on the way out. I'm like, did anyone not open their headphones bag? Like, can I take one of those?
Again, this sounds snotty, but like on JetBlue, like they tell you like in first class they give you like 5 things to choose from. They say select 3, like you get like little mini entrees. And I'm like, okay, well, if he didn't want them, can I have all 5?
Wow. I saw that asshole who's sitting upright didn't want any. Can I have some?
I wish that the 3 of us were like had our own rom-com where it was just like shit like that.
I know.
I
know.
Can I have all these free cookies?
Yes.
Well, that's like, Amy Schumer is not the person sitting upright. She
No.
is the poor rich person
Yeah.
in first class.
It's a poor rich person. Maybe that's the name of the podcast.
the poor rich person. Yeah.
The Poor Rich Little Girl, which actually was a novel that I used
The
to
one
own.
that it's really the girl who doesn't buy first class on her own. It's the one who like she's there because like her company paid for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
Anyway, okay.
Secondhand first class.
All right, so you guys go talk about your last quick ones.
I already texted this one to you guys, but I recently got, now that like a lot of red carpets are sort of died down for a little, I'm like, okay, I'm getting back in the dating game. And so I downloaded Hinge.
So true though.
And like,
that's what she's gonna say.
I just don't understand why every guy on Hinge is in front of the Bellagio fountains in Las Vegas.
every single one.
Like, is that like a flex or something that you're like in front of fountains that like sprout to Frank
Ew.
Sinatra? Like, I don't understand.
I thought you meant like the fountains in Rome.
No,
like literally.
And I'm
Las
like, he
Vegas.
traveled. Okay.
They're all in front of the Bellagio in Vegas.
The
It's
fucking
so
Vegas
funny.
Bellagio
trash.
fountain.
Trash.
Trash.
No, that is
Oh,
some
that's
stand-up comedy there. Like I can hear that
So
in
horrible.
a bit.
I'm gonna.
It's like I went to Vegas with my boys and they took this terrible photo of me.
in front of fountains.
Yeah. Oh, that's terrible.
That's like the new fish now.
Did you
Like
screenshot
instead of
any
holding
them?
up a fish, that's my friend
They
Sadie
all
said.
do hold up fish.
Instead of holding up a fish, they're in front of the fountain.
I like how Ashley, for the first time, just heard the joke that all men hold up fish in their dating profile.
that's
like
how
she's never heard
that's
that
how
before.
married she is.
I know.
That joke's like 10 years old.
It's 10
Ashley.
years old.
Oh, okay. Very good. I don't get it. Very good.
Lauren,
Yeah.
what was yours?
This is really stupid, but I was like, Mom has tons of bird feeders, And I'm like, why the hell do people only feed birds? Why don't we feed foxes and squirrels and all this stuff? And he's like, my dad was like, well, because people, I'm like, yeah, why is that a thing? Like, why is feeding birds a thing?
Yeah.
He's like, to attract birds so people can look at them.
Yeah,
And I was
so
like,
I would
is that
rather-
fucking why?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
What? Lauren, come
Yeah.
on. But
I
I,
thought-
would rather
I
look
thought
at
we-
Fox.
I thought we were just being nice by feeding birds. I didn't know it was so we can look
Yeah,
at
it's
them.
called
It's so weird he's-
bird sighting and
Guys.
bird seeing.
What?
Bird watching.
Bird watching.
Bird seeing.
Bird sighting.
Guess what I got my father for Father's Day?
A bird feeder.
A bird house and
Yeah.
some bird seeds because he loves the birds.
See, you turn 55, you love birds.
Yeah.
Love birds. Sorry.
right.
Dawson's
That's it. I learned why we
talking
feed
now.
birds.
What a
All right.
podcast.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you next
love you.
time.
Subscribe.
Love you. Thank you for
Bye.
listening to all the baby sounds. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
If you want to be the most interesting person at the cocktail party, well, hop on over and listen to the Brain Candy podcast.
Our award-winning content will have you laughing while you're learning.
We read all the best articles, books, and studies and keep up with new TV shows, documentaries, and pop culture. And then we cram it all into 2 shows a week.
Conspiracy theories, cannibal rabbits, unsolved mysteries, the history of the Walkman. There's something for everyone.
The Brain Candy podcast. Find our link in the show notes.
Or simply search for the Brain Candy Podcast on your podcast app.
I don't get it.
Podcast.